Welcome everybody to Port Aransas High School, Coach Karen Hall field for today's District 32A matchup, final district game of the season with the Lady Marlins. We are here in windy Port Aransas. The wind is blowing right in our face for today's game. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. What's that? Oh, they're here somewhere. Yes, ma'am. I just.
Sarah, did something happen?
Right. Batting first for the Lady Cats, Lakin Cancino comes into the ball game with a 425 average. That's ball one to Cancino to start the ball game. The Lady Cats come into the ball game with a 7-6 record, trying to get into the playoffs. All depends on Kennedy and Woodsboro and Kennedy. That's going to be strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennedy is facing Woodsboro in Kennedy tonight. If Kennedy wins and Refugio wins, we'll be tied 8-6, have a playoff game. This ball's going to be hit into the air, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop. That's Gavin Colglazier for out number 1. And that brings up Gisela Lewis. Lewis comes into the game batting .500 and atop the district statistical leaders for batting average. Well, she's in second, I should say. That's high for ball 1. Jolie Mann has the top spot with a .538 average for Skidmore Tynan right now, who are currently losing to Agua Dulce 13-5. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Lewis has 4 doubles, 2 home runs, but I can guarantee you there's not going to be a home run hit today. This wind is atrocious. The pitch is high, ball 2. Blowing about 100 miles an hour in. The 2-1 pitch is outside. 3 balls and a strike. Pitcher for the Lady Marlins is Gretchen Grosclose. She's pitched in 49 district innings. That's going to be fouled off. She's got 90 hits. She's had 116 runs against her. 40 of those runs are earned. She's given up 36 walks, struck out 42. She's got a 4-7 record, and she's got an ERA of 5.714. And 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4, and that'll put Gisela on the board for Jasmine Howard. Howard stepping into the box with an identical .500 average. She's got 19 hits, 1 double, 2 triples, a home run. She's driven in 19. And that's going to be hit through the hole on the left side into left field. Lewis was on the move, and runners will be at first and second base. And that's going to bring up Sadie Wills. Comes into the game with a .459 average, 17 hits, 2 doubles. She also has 19 runs driven in. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 1 strike. Sadie Wheels. And it looks like we're going to have a yellow light, so we might have to switch our stream up a little bit. Wheels on the way to first. Going to be safe at first. All runners are safe. And that'll be an infield single for Sadie Wheels. And that's going to bring up Mabry Garza. Still one out here in the first. That's called strike one to Mabry Garza. The 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is going to be lifted foul and out of play. Runs the count to 1 and 2. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the first. The 1-2 pitch rolls in, gets by the catcher. Here comes a run in. Lewis will score. Puts Refugio on top. 1-0. And Wheels and Howard move up as well. 2-2 to Mabry Garza. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 2 down here in the first inning. And it'll bring up Renee Carroll. Carroll comes into the game with a .359 average. That's going to be fouled back for strike 1. Oh and 1 to Renee Carroll. Carroll does have 5 extra base hits, all doubles. The 0-1 pitch, another swing and a miss. There comes Howard, and she's going to score easily on the pass ball, and everybody moves up. So Wheels now out at third. Carroll with an 0-2 count, 2 outs here in the first. And it sounds like the Port Aransas fans have showed up, the Seagulls. The 0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Renee Carroll. Port Aransas comes into the game with a 4-8 record, district record. The 1-2 pitch is going to be hit into right field. Wheel scores. Carroll is going to stop at first with a base hit and an RBI. And that brings up the catcher, Emma Mesa. Mesa comes into the ballgame with a .207 batting average. She's got 6 hits, 3 doubles, a triple. She's driven in 6 this season. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Ball goes into center field on the steal attempt, and she's safe at both places. Be at third base now for Renee Carroll. So Carroll will be credited with a stolen base and a fielding error on the catcher. That's Nixon. The 0-1 pitch, called strike 2. Three to 0 here in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch, another swing and a miss. And Mesa's going to run down to first base for out number 3. That takes us to the bottom of the first. Lady Cats lead 3-0. We'll be right back. Stay with us. You're watching Lady Cats softball on the Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
You're watching the home of the Bobcats. This is the Refugio Sports Network.
All right, back here at windy Port Aransas, Texas. In the circle for the Lady Cats is going to be Addison Lenny. Lenny comes into the ballgame with 13 innings pitched in district, giving up 21 hits. She's got 40 runs against her, 25 of those earned. She's walked 32 and struck out 9. She's got a 1-3 record with a 13.462 district ERA. Around the horn for the Lady Cats, we have Meza at catcher. Third base to first base, Cancino, Lewis, Aubrey Brown, Mabry Garza. And out in the outfield from left to right, Renee Carroll, Sadie Wills, and Cassidy Repka. Batting first here for the Lady Marlins, going to be Bianca Martinez. She's got a .290 batting average with 9 hits. She's got a triple. And she's got 8 runs driven in. The pitch called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. He's going to be hit into left field. Carroll gets chasing foul ground now, and that's going to be foul and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bianca Martinez. The 1-2 pitch is going to hit Martinez in the side. That'll put her on the hard way. That'll bring up Gavin Colglazier. Colglazier comes in with a .278 batting average. She's got 10 hits, 4 doubles. She's driven in 6. And that was Martinez's first time to be hit by a pitch this district season. The ball gets by the catcher. Ball 1. Martinez moves up to second base. The 1-0 pitch, high. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Then there's strike 1. Two balls, 1 strikes to Colglazier. Pitch, swing and a miss at a high pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. This is going to be hit out of play. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. It's going to be hit foul and out of play again. Uh-oh, that time it hit a car at the restaurant behind us here. They weren't expecting to get a dent in their car with a meal tonight. The 2-2 pitch is going to be hit down the line. That's foul. Balls, 2 strikes to Koglazier. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. The 2-2 pitch inside, and there goes Martinez over to third base. It's gonna be safe. Well, they called her out, so that's one out. That'd be a stolen base for Martinez on the strikeout. And it brings up Gretchen Grosclose. Got a 185 batting average in district play. She's got 5 hits. She's driven in 7. First pitch is behind her. Here comes Martinez. She's going to come in. She's going to score. Makes it 3-1. And it erased the runners off the base paths. The 1-0 pitch is going to be hit into the air and foul ground. Cancino, Lewis, and Carroll all give chase, but it'll be a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gretchen Grosclose, nicknamed Gigi. The 1-1 pitch, that'll be grounded foul again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gonna be grounded to Cancino. That'll be foul. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to hit Grosclose in the side. That'll put her on base. Runner out for Grosclose out there at first, and I cannot see her number. Brings up Lexi Moss in the box for the Lady Marlins. That's like number 2 running. That is Maddie Peterick. And the pitch is low for ball 1. Like we do have a final over in Agua Dulce. Agua Dulce 16, Skidmore Tynan 5. called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's low. 2 balls and a strike. Peter, it could be off on this pitch here. The 2-1 pitch is going to be hitting to the air, and it is going to drop. That'll be a base hit for Moss. And runners will be at first and second base. And it'll bring up Lily Nixon, the catcher. Nixon comes in with a .485 batting average. She's got 16 hits, double, 2 triples, and she's driven in 10. 1 down here in the home half of the first. The pitch is going to be hitting to the air in right field. Repka's there, makes the catch. That is out number 2. All runners stay put. This wind plays with you when the ball gets up in the air. And that'll bring up Milana Peasley. Peasley comes into the game with a .091 average. She's got 1 hit. She's been walked 5 times and struck out 5 times. The pitch is called strike one. The 0-1 pitch, low, just about took her leg out. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is going to be grounded up the middle. That'll be a to Brown, and she goes over to Lewis for the force. That is out number 3. That's going to take us to the second inning. Lady Cats lead 3-1. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Actually, we're going to stop the stream and come back with a fresh stream. So everybody just refresh your screens. Be right back. All right, we are here in the top of the second inning. Lady Cats coming to bat. We had to switch streams because the service was pretty weak. So we're back up with a 5:40 service now. Hopefully we can keep this one going. Cassidy Repka coming to bat for the Lady Cats. And that is strike one to Repka. Those things happen, guys. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But we should be back up now. That's going to be hit to the air to left field. Underwood makes the catch. That is out number 1. And that's going to bring up Aubrey Brown, the freshman, coming into the game, batting .286. He's got 4 hits and 3 runs driven in. First pitch, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is high. 3 balls, no strikes. It's in there, strike one. One pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. And the 3-2 pitch is going to be hit to the air. That is on the infield. Cole Glacier makes the catch. That is out number two. And it brings up the top of the lineup, Lake and Casino. That's going to be hit to the second baseman. Patterson makes the catch. That is out number three. That takes us to the bottom of the second inning, 3-1. Refugio leads. We're going to take another quick break and be right back. Stay with us, guys.
Renegade Services is the largest independent provider of case toll services in the North American oil and gas market. Renegade operates in all major oil and gas basins in the United States and is industry recognized as the premier case toll completion service provider. Renegade offers professional, experienced personnel with a focus on automated well site services, fit-for-purpose wireline safety equipment, environmental evaluation technology, well integrity evaluation, production services, and plug and abandonment services. All carried out in an efficient and safe manner to produce operational excellence and customer satisfaction. Renegade has local offices and service centers all over the United States. Proud to support the Refugio Bobcats and Lady Cats.
You're watching your home for Bobcats Athletics. This is the Refugio Sports Network.
All right, back here at Port Aransas High School, 3-1, heading to the home half of the second inning. Lady Cats on top. Samantha Hemphill coming up to bat for the Lady Marlins. Samantha has a .077 batting average in district play. She's got one hit and 3 runs driven in. First pitch is high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to Hemphill. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be hitting to the air, and that's going to be foul, and heading back to that restaurant. But this time it's not going to hit a car. It's going to just roll down the street. And it's still rolling. Went across the street into that parking lot across the street. The wind is howling here at the ballpark tonight. You could probably hear it through the microphone. The 1-1 pitch, that's a swing and a miss by Hemphill. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll get a look at some district scores here in just a little bit. It'll be in the mid-third inning, middle of the third inning. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is 1 out here in the second inning. It's going to bring up Lena Underwood, left fielder for the Lady Marlins. Batting .143 in district play with 3 hits. She also has 6 runs driven in. First pitch, squares the bunt, pulls the bunt back, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Underwood. Got a nice crowd on hand today's ball game on both sides. strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 2 outs here in the second. And it'll bring up Alexis Patterson, who comes into the game batting .190 with 4 hits. She does have 7 runs driven in. 4 hits out of 21 at bats. That's high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, it's high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Excuse me. The 2-0 pitch, called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to Patterson. The 2-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. That's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Deuce is wild. Bottom of the second. The pitch is high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We do have a final on the softball side of the district. And we also have an update from Kennedy. We'll get on to all that in just a few minutes. That's inside, strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was nobody left for the Lady Marlins here in the second. We're heading to the third. Lady Cats up 3-1. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Gulf Coast Weed Control specializes in providing commercial and residential herbicide applications throughout the Gulf Coast. Our primary focus is on the oil and gas industry, where we provide herbicidal spraying for wellheads, tank batteries, location pads, and compressor stations. We also provide mowing down right-of-ways to many pipeline and utility companies across Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Gulf Coast Weed Control proudly supports the Refugio Bobcats.
You're watching the home of the Bobcats. This is the Refugio Sports Network.
All right, back here at Port Aransas High School, Gisela Lewis stepping in the box for the Lady Cats. First pitch to Gisela, a swing and a miss, strike 1. That's going to be grounded to the shortstop. He's up with it, throws it over to first, and Gisela is safe at first. That'll be an infield single. And it brings up Jasmine Howard, who's 1 for 1 tonight. Pitch to Howard, it's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it seems like the wind's getting harder here at the ballpark. 1-1 pitch. It's going to be grounded up the middle. That'll be another base hit as Lewis is going to stop at second. And that'll bring up Sadie Wills, who's 1 for 1 today with an infield single. Nobody out here in the third. The pitch outside, ball 1. That's outside. Ball gets by the catcher. All runners are going to move up 60 feet. 2 balls, no strikes to Wills. Pitch is going to be hit into the foul territory down the line. That'll be a foul ball. Two balls and a strike to Sadie Wills. The pitch is going to be hit out of play and into the street. Balls, 2 strikes. That's high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Wills. Pitch. It's going to be fouled back again. Count remains 3-2 to Sadie Wills. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Three-two pitch. It's going to be hit into center field. And that is going to be called. Here comes Lewis coming home. Howard is going to be out at third on the tag, but the run does score. That'll be 2 down. And it brings up Mabry Garza. Garza's going to hit one to the shortstop. Cole Glazier's up with it, throws it over to first, and they drop the ball. That'll be a base hit. That'll be an error on Peasley out there. That is Lexi Moss out there at first base. It brings up Renee Carroll. Pitch to Carroll. It's called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Renee Carroll. 4-1 here in the third inning. The pitch. Yeah, that's going to be grounded foul. Runs the count to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is going to be hit high and to foul ground. It's going to be out of play. About took out that golf cart over there. The 1-2 pitch. That'll be hitting to center field. That'll be a base hit by Carroll, who's now 2 for 2 today. And that brings up Emma Mesa. Two outs here in the third inning. That's going to be hit foul. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That's high and outside. 1 ball and a strike. That's inside. 2 balls and a strike. That's high. 3 balls and a strike now to Mesa. That's going to be hit into left field. That's going to be a foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2 to Mesa. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch is going to be grounded foul again. And Mesa staying alive. The pitch is called strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the third. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. There were 2 left. We're heading to the bottom of the third. Stay with us. Be right back.
Refugio County Federal Credit Union, founded in 1958, is a federally insured, member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution whose purpose is to promote the financial well-being of its members. We serve the 3 school districts in Refugio County, which include Refugio ISD, Woodsboro ISD, and Oswell-Tivoli ISD. It's our goal to offer higher rates on savings and lower rates on loans. One of our strengths has always been our care and concern for members and their families. Our whole philosophy of business is based on member service.
All right, back here at Port Aransas High School softball field. Taking a look at around the district. Skidmore Tynan at Agua Dulce tonight. Agua Dulce took care of Skidmore Tynan 16-5. Over in Yorktown, Pettis is currently up 4-1 on Yorktown, the bottom of the second inning. And in Kennedy, Woodsboro currently up 6-0 in the bottom of the second against Kennedy. On the baseball side, Agua Dulce beat Woodsboro 14-2. Top of the second inning, Kennedy currently leading Yorktown 3-1. And in the bottom of the first, no score from Refugio against Port Aransas tonight. And I do not have anything from Pettis and Skidmore yet, as I'm waiting for that stream to start so I can kind of watch it at the same time. Resuming play here, bottom of the third inning. Bianca Martinez stepping in for the Lady Marlins. Pitch is high for ball one. Lady Cats win. Kennedy loses. Refugio has the fourth playoff spot in the district and will be facing Ganado in the first round. That's going to be grounded foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bianca Martinez. The 1-1 pitch. That's high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's high. 3 balls and a strike. Martinez was hit by a pitch her first time today. The pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the 3-2 pitch is inside, ball 4. And that brings up Gavin Colglazier, who's 0 for 1 today. She struck out looking her first time up. The pitch is going to hit Colglazier in the leg, and that'll put 2 on. For Gretchen Grosclose. And it's going to get a visit out to the circle by Coach Franz. Well, we got a minute. I'm going to check that score there in Refugio. It was 0-0 in the first inning. Bottom of the first inning, Refugio was coming to bat. Now we're in the bottom of the second inning. Refugio 0, Port Aransas 0. And I think it just got a little bit windier. Grosclose steps in the box for the Lady Marlins. That's going to be tapped foul there in the box. It'll be 0-1 to Grosclose. Gretchen was hit by a pitch her last time up as well. The pitch is going to be hit foul again. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two on, nobody out here in the third inning for the Lady Marlins. Grosclose in the box with a 1-2 count. The pitch called. Nope. That was outside, I guess. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This umpire hesitates when he calls a strike, so got to kind of wait a moment before he decides to throw his hand up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That looked good from where I'm sitting. The 2-2 pitch, that's going to be fouled back. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Yeah, it's going to be grounded, or it's going to be hit into the air to left field. Carroll makes the catch. That is out number 1. I lost it there for a minute. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Lexi Moss. Moss is 1 for 1 today with a single to left field. Little bloop shot right over third base. The pitch is going to hit Moss in the side. Now that'll put 3 runners on. And it's going to get a visit back out to the circle. And it's going to looks like we're going to get a new pitcher, so we're going to take a quick break and be right back to introduce you to the new pitcher right after this. Stay with us. All right, new pitcher for the Lady Cats, Simber Cancino. She comes in, pitched 48 innings in district play. She's got 55 hits, 66 runs, 41 of those runs earned. She's got 44 walks, 32 strikeouts, and she's got a 6-3 record with a 5.979 average in district play. One out here in the third inning. Bases are loaded. Lily Nixon coming to the plate for the Lady Marlins. Nixon's got a 485 average. And she's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to Repka out there in right field. The first pitch by Cancino, and it's called strike 1. 0-1 to Nixon. The 0-1 pitch is going to be grounded foul. That's 2 strikes now to Nixon. The 0-2 pitch. That's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Nixon. The 1-2 pitch is going to be grounded to Cancino. That's a fair ball. 1 run's in. Here comes another run. It's going to score. Nobody at third, and it's going to be out at third. That was Moss trying to get to third base. That's 2 outs, but 2 runs do score. And that'll go down as an error on Cancino, allowing those 2 runs to come in. Moss is out at third by a throw by Meza, and Nixon's safe at second. And it brings up Milana Peasley to bat. 4-3 here in the third inning. The pitch is high. That's ball 1. You're good. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss, and runner gets down to third base. Going to be safe. That'll go down as a stolen base for Nixon. It looks like the umpire is going to call her out at third for running into the fielder. Coach is out there trying to get some clarification on what was going on there. She was clearly safe into the bag. The ball kind of hit her as she was going into the bag. The Lady Cats are going to the dugout. Home plate umpire is making the ruling. The base umpire is kind of standing there watching him. Explain it to the coach. Well, they're saying the batter got in the way. She couldn't get the throw down to third base. I think that's what they're saying. Who knows what they're saying? They might be arguing about where to get the best hot dog here in town. I don't know. But Nixon's still standing out there at third base. Beasley's still standing here with a bat in her hand, got a helmet on. And the umpires are still explaining it. Now Repka's got a bat in her hand coming up the bat, and that's going to be 3 outs. So they're going to call that offensive interference. So 2-run score for the Lady Marlins there in the 3rd inning on no hits, 1 error. We're heading to the top of the 4th. 4-3, Refugio leads. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, we're back here at Port Aransas High School. Cassidy Repka stepping in the box for the Lady Cats. Squares the bunt, that's ball 1. And it was indeed offensive interference. The umpire explained that the batter moved up in the front of the box and the throw couldn't get down to third base, so they called the runner out on offensive interference. So 1-0 to Repka. Squares the bunt again. That's ball 2. The 2-0 squares the bunt, puts it down. That's a good bunt. And Repka is going to be safe at first. Ball gets into right field, and Repka's going to come back to first base. Nice bunt by Repka. Get her on base. That'll go down as a single. And it brings up Aubrey Brown again. First pitch to Brown is outside. That's ball one. The 1-0 is going to be hit back up the middle. That's going to get into center field, and Brown's on with a single. And brings up top of the lineup again. Lake and Casino 0 for 2 today. A fly out to shortstop and a fly out to the second baseman. Both 9 and 1 in the lineup are freshmen here for this Lady Cats ball club. That's going to be strike one. That'll be into the hole on the left side. Repka heading home, and she's going to be safe at home. Runners will be on first and second. That'll be an RBI for Casino. And it brings up Jazayla Lewis, who's 1 for 1 today with a walk and a single. That's going to be hitting the center field. That's deep. But the center fielder catches it. Brown tags at second base. It's going to be safe. Here comes Brown coming home on the overthrow. Brown will be safe. Casino moves up to second base. That'll be out number 1. That'll go down as a fielding error on the run scored by the center fielder Peasley. Casino gets over to second on the same error. Brings up Jasmine Howard, who's 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. 1 out here in the 4th inning. That's going to be hit foul and out of play and right towards my vehicle. And went over it. All right, Jasmine. Go the other way with it. The 0-1 pitch. That'll be fouled off there at the box. The 0-2 pitch. It's going to be high. Ball 1. That'll be hit towards third base. Martinez is up with it. Throws it to first. That is Peasley out there at first base. Dropped the ball. That'll be an error on Peasley. It would have been an out. So that'll go down as an error on Milana Peasley. Runners are on the corners for Sadie Wheels. Wheels is 1 for 2 today. Squares the bunt. Go down to third base. Back. That's ball 1. Squares the bunt again. Pulls it back. That's ball 2. Howard gets down to second base. That'll go down as a stolen base. All right, runners on second and third now. 2-0 pitch. That's foul ball. Two balls and a strike. Sadie Wheels. pitch. Going to be grounded to Peasley right under her glove and into right field. Cancino's in. Here comes Howard. Howard's going to score. Wills are going to stop at second on the air. So 2-run score on that error. And it brings up Mabry Garza. Garza's 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and just on an error. That's going to be grounded through the hole on the left side. Wills is going to come home. And she's going to be safe. No. No, sir. They called her out. But she was safe. I'm not the umpire, though. We'll have to go back and look at that one.
Definitely not. Nobody hurt.
Umpire tells Coach Franz she was out. Coach Franz turns around and walks the other way. Good thing for instant replay, guys. That's going to be hit into the air. Cole Glacier makes the catch. That is out number 3. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 4th inning. 8-3. Lady Cats lead. We'll be right back. Stay with us, guys. Back here at Port Aransas High School, we're looking at 8-3, going to the top of the 4th inning. Sorry, excuse me, bottom of the 4th inning. And no, sir, I'm great. That's ball 1. That's ball 2. To Peasley. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is outside. Oh, that's called strike 1. That's up the middle. Lewis is there. Picks it up, throws it over to first. That is out number 1. And that's going to bring up Samantha Hemphill. Struck out her last time up. The 1-0 pitch going to be hit out to Brown out there, second base. He's up with it, throws it to Garza. That is out number 2. And you know, we can't let the slide at home go. We're going to show a replay in just a moment. Right after this at bat, or right after the half inning, Lena Underwood coming in for the Lady Marlins. That's ball one. 1-0 to, oh, he called it a strike. They put a strike up on the scoreboard. We'll go with what the scoreboard says. That'll be grounded to Cancino. She's up with it, throws it to first. That is out number 3. And that takes us to the top of the 5th inning. All right, let's go take a look at that replay there. I don't know, that was awfully close. Look at it again. Sure looked like she got her hand in there. Needless to say, it is going to the top of the 5th, 8-3. Refugio leads. Let's see if we can get some more scores here from around the district. Currently, in the bottom of the 1st, looks like Pettis is up 2-0 on Skidmore Tynan. And on the baseball side of things, over in Refugio, the Marlins of Port Aransas is currently down 1-0 to Refugio. And that game is in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Meza steps in here for the Lady Cats. A swing and a miss, strike 1. That's ball 1 to Emma Meza. That's a swing and a miss. That is strike 2. The 1-2 pitch is ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and there's 1 down for Cassidy Repka. Repka is 1 for 2, beat that a bunt last time up. That's ball 1. And score from Kennedy, 13-0. Woodsboro up against Kennedy, top of the 5th inning. Squares the bunt again. This time that's strike 1. Lady Cats hold on to this victory. We'll be in the playoffs. That is ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. One pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Cassidy Repka. That's called strike 3. And that is 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Aubrey Brown's coming in, 1 for 2 tonight. Will fly out in a single up the middle. That's high, ball 1 to Brown. The 1-0 That's going to be hitting to right field. That's going to be in the foul ground. That'll be a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aubrey Brown. It's getting a little bit windier, and the wind has a little chill to it. The 1-1 is high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. That'll be hitting the center field. Moss is out there, can't make the play. Brown's on her way to second base. That'll be a double for Brown. Ball dropped between the center fielder and the left fielder. And it brings up the top of the lineup again. Lake and Cancino, 1 for 3 tonight. Two down here in the 5th. Pitch is outside, ball 1. That's hit into the air. That's on the infield. Second baseman makes the catch. That is out number 3. And that's going to take us to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 8-3, Lady Cats lead. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Stay with us. Here at Port Aransas High School, batting for the Lady Marlins will be Alexis Patterson. Patterson is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. The pitch. It's called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Alexis Patterson. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning in Kennedy. Woodsboro up 13-0. If Woodsboro holds off, they will win that ball game and go 14-0 in district play. That ball's out of play. That's foul. Woodsboro holding on to the number 1 spot in the state. So big congratulations to the Lady Eagles on that feat and going undefeated in district play. Looks like they're going to get Weimer in the first round. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to be hit in foul ground. Skidmore Titan will face Flatonia Friday the 25th up in Cuero on it'll be a 1-game series for that series. Agua Dulce draws Shiner first round. And if Refugio holds on, that's outside. Ball 2. Refugio will face Ganado in the first round. Site details, all that good stuff to be determined still. Ganado was the number one spot in District 29 2A. That's going to be out of play. As of this morning, Ganado was 11-1 in district play over their district, top of the district. I believe they were playing Flatonia tonight. And I can give you a score in just a minute if you care to know. The 2-2 pitch is going to be hit on the infield. Mesa makes the catch. That's out number one. And that brings up top of the lineup. That's Martinez coming up to bat. That's high for ball one. Looks like Ganado won against Flatonia tonight 11-0. So they were 12-0. Or 12-1 in district play. That's strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Currently on the top of the 4th inning from Refugio, Refugio Bobcats are up on Port Aransas 4-0. Port Aransas is 11-0 in district. So they're on top of the leader on the baseball part of the district. 3 balls and a strike now to Martinez. The 3-1 pitch. That's going to be hitting the center field. Wills is out there. Makes the catch. That is out number 2. And that'll bring up Gavin Colglazier. It's 0 for 1 today. The strikeout, and she was hit by a pitch. That's strike one. One-two pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Colglazier. The pitch is going to almost hit her. It bounces into the box. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. She jumped at the last minute. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. The pitch. That'll be hit into the air. Garza's there. Makes the catch for out number 3. And that takes it to the top of the 6th inning, 8-3, Lady Cats lead. We'll take another quick break and be right back. Stay with us, guys.
For the past 5 years, the Refugio ISD Education Foundation has been proudly supporting our teachers, students, and administrators, awarding over $185,000 in grants to make a difference in our schools. And it's all thanks to our community and RHS alumni. Each year, we count on fundraising and donations to keep these grants going strong. That's where you come in. Our Friends of the Foundation campaign gives alumni, friends of Refugio ISD, and the community a chance to make easy monthly gifts to support our schools, either by credit card or straight from your bank account. This fall, we've got something new. Our goal is to sign up 30 new donors. And as a thank you, each one will receive a special gift. Whether it's $10 a month or $100, every bit counts towards making a big impact on our teachers and students. Ready to help? Visit the Refugio ISD Education Foundation website or find us on Facebook to see how you can contribute your tax-deductible gift today. Together, we're building a brighter future for the students and teachers in Refugio ISD.
All right, back here at Port Aransas. That was the baseball boys, what you were watching there on the screen from Refugio. They're actually on a Game Changer account right now, being streamed, although I have no sound to it. But I do have video. Problem is, I can't keep score and do everything else I have to do and watch that game at the same time. It's not possible. So, back to this game. Gisela Lewis takes strike one. That's going to be strike two. I need another iPad, Roy, and then I can do everything. Yeah, right here in front of me. That's a swing and a miss. Up, drop third strike. And
just a regular iPad?
yeah, just a regular iPad. Well, right here. Yeah, I'm high tech. Jasmine Howard stepping in. She is 2-1. Oh, let's see. She is 3 for 3 tonight, I believe. Yes, she's 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch was strike one. That's going to be hit through the hole. Now she's 3 for 4. That'll be a single for Jasmine Howard, who is running in the events tomorrow at the track meet, the regional track meet, up in Kingsville. Which, by the way, we won't be live, but we will have videos. And they will be pretty good quality videos, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be fouled off there at the plate. Being a regional track meet, and 4A is going to be involved as well as 2A for Region 4. UIL did not give the rights to us because it's going to be 4A. We tried for an academic broadcast through the school, and since all these other schools are involved, they elected not to give it to us. But we will get videos, and we will post videos on our Facebook page. So that's the best I can do, guys. I will be there. I will be getting a lot of videos of field events and running events from the press box. So hopefully the iPad won't die this time. I went through 3 of them last week. They all overheated on me. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be grounded right back to the pitcher. Gross closes up with it. Throws it over to first. It's going to be safe at first. But they're going to call her out at first. She's out at first. So that is 2 outs. I was pretending to be an umpire there. It's going to go down as a sacrifice anyway. So Howard's going to go over to second base, and Mabry Garza is stepping in for the Lady Cats. And that is ball number 1. I get to going, Roy. It looks like a 3-ring circus over here. That's going to be out of play near my car again. Now, Mabry go that way with it. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Gross close, getting her fingers positioned on that softball. The 1-1 pitch. That'll be hitting to the air into left field. Now it's in foul territory. And Gross close makes the, that is Cole Glazier, makes the play for out number 3. It'll take us to the bottom of the 6th. Lady Cats lead 8-3. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Gulf Coast Weed Control specializes in providing commercial and residential herbicide applications throughout the Gulf Coast. Our primary focus is on the oil and gas industry, where we provide herbicidal spraying for wellheads, tank batteries, location pads, and compressor stations. We also provide mowing down right-of-ways to many pipeline and utility companies across Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Gulf Coast Weed Control proudly supports the Refugio Bobcats.
All right, we do have a final from Kennedy. Woodsboro 13, Kennedy 1.
15-1.
It's a final.
Which is good. We needed that.
Yes, sir. We did needed that.
But we need to win this.
Yes, we do.
Okay. It's like good so far.
And coming up the bat, it's Gretchen Grosclose.
We got an inning and a half to go.
Yes, sir. That's swing and a miss, strike 1. What's that? Oh, yeah. No balls, 1 strike to Gretchen Grosclose. That'll be fouled off. So no balls and 2 strikes. Gretchen's 0 for 1 tonight, hit by a pitch and flied out. The 0-2 pitch is ball 1. Score update from Refugio looked like it was 4-3. Refugio still leading. 1-2 pitch, going to be grounded to Lewis. He's up with it, throws it over to first for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Alexi Moss, 1 for 1 today. Single, and she was hit by a pitch. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. One-two pitch, rolls in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be grounded to Cancino. She's up with it, throws it to Garza. That is out number 2. And it'll bring up Lily Nixon. Nixon is 0 for 2 with a fly out and reached on an error. That's ball one. One ball, no strikes to Lily Nixon. The 1-0 pitch is high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 8-3, Lady Cats lead. With a win, the Lady Cats are in to the 4th spot of the district and into the playoffs. And we'll face Ganado in the first round. The pitch called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Lily Nixon. One pitch. That's called strike 2.
One more, kid. Hey, shut it down, Savvy.
The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit into the air, and it will be out of play. And the wind has picked up again. The pitch. That'll be hit into right field. Repka's there. Makes the catch. That is out number 3. And that takes us to the top of the 7th inning. Lady Cats leading 8-3. We'll be right back right after these words. Stay with us.
Refugio County Federal Credit Union, founded in 1958, is a federally insured, member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution whose purpose is to promote the financial well-being of its members. We serve the 3 school districts in Refugio County, which include Refugio ISD, Woodsboro ISD, and Oswell-Tivoli ISD. It's our goal to offer higher rates on savings and lower rates on loans. One of our strengths has always been our care and concern for members and their families. Our whole philosophy of business is based on member service.
All right, back here in Port Aransas, new pitcher for the Lady Marlins is Kylie Craig. She's got 8 innings pitched in district play. She's given up 20 hits. She's got an ERA of 14. She's 0 for 1 as far as the record goes. And Renee Carroll stepping in the box. That's called strike 1 to Carroll. There it went.
Again.
That'll be hit to Cold Glacier, who stops it, throws it over to first. It's going to be safe at first. And Carroll is aboard with a infield single. That was a hard hit. And it brings up Emma Meza. Meza is 0 for 3. She has struck out twice. Well, she struck out 3 times, actually. That's ball 1. And Carroll's going to stay put at first. The 1-0 pitch. It's called strike 1. The 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Yes, sir. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Carroll will be safe at second with a stolen base. That brings up Cassidy Repka. Repka comes in 1 for 3 tonight. The pitch is high. That's ball 1, and Carroll's going to get over to third base on the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Cassidy Repka. That's inside. There you go. Called it a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside corner. The 1-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. That's behind her. Here comes Carroll. She's going to score easily. That makes it 9-3. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cassidy Repka. The 2-2 pitch. It's high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4, and Repka will be on with a walk. That'll bring up Aubrey Brown. It's 2 for 3 tonight. A single up the middle, a double up the middle, and flight out to the shortstop. First pitch is outside. Ball gets by the catcher, and Cassidy Repka will head over to second base on the pass ball. The 1-0 pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. It's going to be hit onto the infield, back in foul territory, and out of play. Runs the count to 2-1 to Aubrey Brown. The 2-1 pitch is outside, and Repka's going to head over to third. On another wild pitch by Craig. Three balls, one strike, Aubrey Brown. The 3-1 pitch. That's going to be hit into the air, and it's going to be blown out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball's going to head over to the parking lot across the street and stop right under the truck. Howie, that road right there is dangerous. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be hitting to left center field. Underwood's under it, makes the catch. Here comes Repka. She's going to tag up and score. That'll be an RBI for Aubrey Brown. And it brings up the top of the lineup. Lake and Cancino's 1 for 4 tonight. 10-3 Lady Cats lead here in the 7th inning. Lady Marlins will have one more shot. The pitch. That's going to be grounded over to second base. Second baseman underhands it over to first base, and Cancino's going to be safe. That'll go down as an error on the second baseman. That's Patterson out there at second base. She did bobble it, went between her legs, underhanded it over to first base. And Cancino's safe at first. Brings up Giselle Lewis, 1 for 3. Got a walk, single, fly out, and drop third strike. Put out at first base. That's going to be a swinging strike for Lewis. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. The 0-1, oh my, that's a little hot, little outside. And Cancino hits over to second on another wild pitch. The 1-1 pitch, that's low, gets by the catcher, and Cancino's going to mosey on down to third. Jasmine Howard, 3 for 4, waiting on deck for the Lady Cats. Lewis, that's inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Very windy. 3-1 pitch is inside, ball 4. So that'll put runners on the corners for Jasmine Howard, who singled first time up, singled her second time up, reached on an error her third time up, singled on her fourth time up. This is her 5th plate appearance right here. Been on all 4 times tonight. That's low, ball 1, and Lewis heads over to second on the defensive indifference. And that's behind Howard. Here comes Cancino. She will score. Everybody just moves up. Makes it 11-3. The 2-0 pitch. That's called strike 1. That's high. 3 balls and a strike. That's going to be hit up the middle, and Jasmine Howard is 4 for 5 tonight with another RBI. Makes it 12-3. And Sadie Wills steps in, 1 for 4 tonight. That's low as Howard heads down to second base on the pass ball. She was going anyway. One ball, no strikes to Sadie Wills. That ball's going to be hit into fair territory down the line. Here comes Howard. Howard's going to come around and score. And Wills is going to go into third base with a triple. So Wills hits a triple, drives in another run, 13-3. Refugio leads. That's your baseball game for you. You got to keep Mr. Oliver happy at these games, guys. The pitch is high to Mabry Garza. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, it's going to be hit foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Do have a score update for Bobcats. Refugio 4, Port Aransas 4, currently in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Refugio is the home team. But that's a pretty good ball game going on there. That's going to be inside. Here comes Wills, and Wills is going to score. 2 balls, 1 strike to Garza. And the score now is 14-3. Refugio leads. The 2-1 pitch. It's high. 3 balls and a strike. One pitch rolls in, ball 4, and Garza's on with a walk, and it'll bring up Renee Carroll. Carroll is 3 for 4 tonight. With 3 singles, and a flyout. And runner at first is going to be called out. She left early. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 7th inning, 14-3. Lady Cats lead. Stay with us, guys. We'll be right back. 3. Lady Cats lead, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Batting for the Lady Marlins is Milana Peasley. She is 0 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch is called strike 1. She grounded out, and she grounded out twice tonight. The 0-1 pitch, it'll be grounded foul, makes it 0-2. Bobcats in Refugio coming to bat, bottom of the 5th inning, tied up 4-4 against Port Aransas, district leading in 11-0 Port Aransas. The 0-2 pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is going to be hit foul. Count remains 1-2 to Peasley. The 1-2. That'll be hit back to the pitcher. Cancino picks it up, throws it to first, and she's going to be safe at first. Beat out the error to the pitcher. Cancino kind of fumbled around with it there. And that brings up Samantha Hemphill, who's also 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Runner on for Port Aransas. Nobody out here in the 7th. Pitch outside, strike 1. Swing and a miss by Hemphill. The 0-1 pitch, that's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. It's high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's low. 3 balls and 1 strike. One pitch. That's ball 4. That'll put 2 on base. Nobody out for Lena Underwood, who's 0 for 2 as well. Strikeout and a ground out. Force on all 3 bags for the Lady Cats. That's all of them are out there dancing in the circle. Underwood is struck out and grounded out tonight. First pitch is going to be grounded right back to the pitcher. She's up with it, throws it to first. That's 1 out. That just moves the runners up 60 feet. Well, she was safe at 3rd. And that brings up a pinch hitter for Patterson. That'll be number 6, Taylon Burton. That's going to be hit to Cancino. That's a double play. Steps on the bag for out number 3, and the Lady Cats are headed to the playoffs. Lady Cats win 14-3. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. And we'll wrap it up from Port Aransas right after this. Stay with us, guys. All right, final score from here in Port Aransas. 14-3, Lady Cats win. Final numbers, Refugio 14 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. Refugio leaves 6 on base. Port Aransas 3 runs, 1 hit, 6 errors. Port Aransas leaves 3 on base. Winning pitcher tonight is Addison Lenny. She goes 2 1/3 of an inning, gives up 1 hit, 3 runs. That one run was earned. She walked 1, struck out 4. Losing pitcher tonight, Gretchen Grosclose, goes 6 complete with 12 hits, 8 runs, 3 of those runs earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Lady Cats heading to the playoffs as the 4th place finisher in the district, and we'll be facing Ganado. We will have all those details for you soon. Pay attention to our Facebook page. We'll have all that information as soon as we receive it. Congratulations to the Refugio Lady Cats defeating Port Aransas tonight 14-3. We are signing off. We will be back tomorrow for some videos of the track meet. We hope you stay with us and watch those videos and comment, guys. Have a great night. We will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys.